Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I have an Airbnb apartment over my garage that I rent out, and right now it has been a little bit slow because we are only allowed to rent out to essential workers. But this weekend I had a guest that was here working for Walmart, and then I have another guest that is an electrician. And this would be his third time returning, so I was getting it cleaned up for him. I went ahead and started in the bathroom, and as you'll see, I'm using mostly a bleach cleaner as well as some disinfecting wipes later. The biggest thing with the cleaner is you want to make sure that you're letting it sit on each surface for at least 30 seconds. I know I'm speeding up the video here just to make it go quicker, but you want to make sure that your surfaces are wet enough that they are staying wet with the cleaner for at least 30 seconds for them to actually be disinfecting. I also usually put out soaps and laundry detergent and coffees for my guests. Since this guest is coming back for the third time, I did know that he had only previously used the laundry detergent, so I only replenished that. I've been throwing away the things that the guests don't use in between each guest just to be extra cautious, and so I didn't want to put it out just to waste it when I knew he wasn't going to use it. After I cleaned the bathroom, I moved on to the kitchen, and I'm just wiping everything down with this bleach cleaner again. I do wet the paper towel a little bit and then spray the cleaner on that for these wood countertops, just so that they're staying wet for longer without having to use quite so much of the harsh bleach on the wood. And then I'm making sure I'm wiping off every little doorknob and handle and everything like that. And then I move on to the other side. I did lose the footage of me cleaning the refrigerator and the upper cabinets, but I did the same thing on the upper cabinets that I did with the lowers. And then the refrigerator actually used more like a Clorox wipe where it's already wet, and just wiped down all of the shelves inside the refrigerator. Before I got started in the bathroom, I had already taken down all of the linens, the sheets and the towels and stuff downstairs to wash those. My washer and dryer downstairs is just bigger and faster than the one that's up here, so I usually just take them downstairs, get them good and clean. Since everything's white, it's easy to bleach and wash in hot water. So after I finished with the kitchen, I went ahead and turned on the vacuum so it could be vacuuming while I was downstairs finishing up the laundry. When the vacuum stopped, the linens downstairs weren't quite finished, so I went ahead and came back up here and got all of my surfaces wiped down with a Clorox wipe. The table, the chairs, the desk, the coffee table, all of those kind of surfaces needed to be wiped down. And then when I was finished with that, the linens were done. So I went ahead and brought up the sheets and the blanket and all of that. I went ahead and made the bed up, and then once the bed was made up, I brought the towels in and I folded the towels on the bed. I like to make sure the towels are folded really nice and neatly just so that they look pretty on the shelf in the bathroom. So doing it on the bed makes it where the lines are really crisp and neat. When I finished with all the linens and putting the towels away and everything, it was time to go ahead and get it mopped. I'm also using a bleach solution on the floors, which probably isn't ideal for these pine floors, but for right now it's the best way to make sure that they are disinfected. So I'm just using like an old school mop and bucket style mop and making sure that they're getting thoroughly wet so that it takes a little bit of time for them to dry and be really disinfected. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and I hope it gave you some tips for disinfecting in your home or your Airbnb space. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.